Museums everywhere have taken a hit due to COVID-19. Many have seen a loss in income because of declining ticket sales. They've had to rely on other methods to stay open. News 10's Bree Shackelford visited a local museum to see how it's been impacted by the virus.
In the beginning, when the Swope Art Museum first opened its doors, the founder didn't want to charge people admission. More than 60 years later, the museum still won't charge you to enter. And while this hasn't been an issue in the past, Director for Development for Swope Art Museum says that they're struggling because of the pandemic. John Gedrick tells me that this year the museum missed out on its two biggest fundraising opportunities. He says those two events made up for the museum not charging admission, but since they were canceled this year, there's still more making up they have to do. He tells me that luckily there is another way to make up that loss.
The Wabash Valley Community Foundation recognized that we had this large shortfall, and they just this past month awarded us a challenge grant.
Gedrick says the Wabash Valley Community Foundation will match 50 cents to every dollar the museum raises. He says if they raise $30,000, the foundation will bump that number up to $45,000. Then the museum will have made up what it lost this year. So far, Gedrick tells me the community has been a big part in making sure their doors stay open.
Maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but I always am, is that people see the value in this museum. They love the Swope, and they contribute. And thank you for that.
But Gedrick also tells me the museum's focus isn't just on making money this year. He says the museum is more focused on bringing the art to you, even when you're at home.
If there is a silver lining in this crazy year, in this pandemic, it's helped the Swope learn how better to make our art accessible.
Gedrick tells me they now use social media and their website to bring the art to you. He also says if you want to help the Swope Art Museum keep bringing you art, you can. He says it's always taking donations. To donate, you can visit our website, WTHI-TV.com. On there, you'll find a direct donation link. Reporting from the studio, Bree Shackelford, News 10.